Old Hollywood is remembered for its glamour, style, and unforgettable stars. But behind the scenes, many of these famous actors and filmmakers held racist views and didn't hide them. Some spoke openly about their beliefs. Others showed it in their actions, the roles they took, and the people they refused to work with. In this video, we're looking at old Hollywood stars who were openly racist. Walt Disney. Walt Disney built a dream world. But for many, it didn't include them. Behind the happy cartoons was a man who refused to hire black animators and supported racist stories. In 1946, he released Song of the South, a movie that made slavery look friendly and simple. Many people, including civil rights groups, said the film was offensive. But Disney stood by it. He believed the story was fine, and he didn't listen to the criticism. He also had a history of not allowing people of color to work in creative roles at his studio. Even after his death, people still debate his legacy. But many agree, he helped spread racist ideas to millions of children. John Wayne. John Wayne was one of the biggest movie stars of the 20th century. He played strong, brave heroes in westerns. But off-camera, he had harmful beliefs. In a 1971 interview, he said clearly, "I believe in white supremacy." He didn't support the civil rights movement and said black people were not ready for equal rights. He also said Native Americans didn't have a right to land, calling the colonization of America a good thing. Wayne's views weren't private. He shared them proudly and often, and many in Hollywood agreed with him. For years, he helped keep Hollywood white and blocked stories about people of color. Mickey Rooney. In the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, Mickey Rooney wore fake teeth, changed his eyes with makeup, and used an exaggerated accent to play a Japanese man. It was meant to be funny, but to many, it was offensive and cruel. This kind of yellow face was common in Hollywood, but Rooney's performance became one of the most criticized examples. Even many years later, Rooney refused to apologize. He said he meant no harm and didn't understand why people were upset. But for Asian Americans, it was another example of being mocked and excluded by the industry. Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. They were a famous Hollywood couple who often played smart, moral characters. In the movie Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, they helped tell a story about interracial love, a big deal at the time. But behind the scenes, both stars had doubts about doing the film. Tracy was uncomfortable with the subject. Hepburn reportedly wanted to keep the story safe for white viewers. They didn't push for deeper conversations about race. While the movie seemed bold on the surface, it avoided real issues. Tracy and Hepburn were praised for their roles, but they stayed silent when it came to real-life racism in the industry. Shirley Temple. As a child actress, Shirley Temple often danced alongside black actor Bill Bojangles Robinson. Their scenes were sweet, but Robinson always played a servant. He wasn't allowed to be her equal. The movies sent a message. Black people were helpers, not heroes. As she got older, Temple defended her films. She said they were just innocent fun. But she never spoke out against the racism in them. Later, she went into politics and joined conservative groups. She stayed quiet about racism in Hollywood and never used her fame to support civil rights. Vivien Leigh. Vivien Leigh played Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, a movie that still causes debate today. It showed slavery as peaceful and kind, which wasn't true. Leigh defended the film. She said it was just a story and didn't want to hear criticism. People who worked with her said she used racist language off-camera and didn't want to work with black stagehands. While many saw her as a talented actress, her words and actions showed support for racist views, both on and off the screen. Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire changed the way movie musicals were made. He was a brilliant dancer. But in one film, Swing Time, he wore blackface, dark makeup used to mimic and mock black people. He said it was a tribute to a dancer he admired, but the scene was still offensive. Astaire never apologized or spoke about it later. Though he later supported civil rights laws, he didn't admit that the performance hurt people. Like many in his time, he chose silence over accountability. These stars weren't just actors. They were power players. They helped shape what Hollywood looked like. And for a long time, that meant keeping people of color out. From blackface to racist scripts to segregated sets, this wasn't a hidden problem. It was right out in the open. And many of the most famous faces in film helped make it that way.